Well, on New at 6, a suspended officer with a history of violations has been reinstated following a suspension.
A WJCL 22 News investigation uncovers documents that reveal the mayor of Reidsville forced the city's police department to keep this officer. Marva's Hearing joins us live now from the newsroom with the very latest on this investigation that you've been working on for weeks. And Marva's just 1 week ago, the chief recommended the termination of this officer.
Greg, that's right. This is the official 5-page recommendation from the chief for Officer Anderson Deliford Jr.'s dismissal from the Reidsville Police Department. We went through it, and in it says that Officer Deliford made invalid traffic stops, chased a car without activating his police lights, wrote the wrong charge on some of the tickets that he issued, and even ignored calls he was dispatched to in Reidsville. But our investigation shows that he has a history of racking up disciplinary infractions, getting fired, and then finding another job at another Georgia police department. Anderson Deliford Jr. checked yes on the first page of his Reidsville police officer application when asked if he'd ever been dismissed from any city or government position. Still, he was hired by RPD. WJCL 22 News looked into that yes. Turns out just 2 months prior, Officer Deliford was suspended, then terminated from Walthourville Police Department, just about 40 miles away in Liberty County. His disciplinary record there includes putting false information in reports, something he later admitted to, accusations of sleeping in his patrol car on the clock, adding hours he didn't work to his timesheet, and buying personal items on the company card, even misreporting money seized from scenes. An internal affairs investigation report from July of 2021 shows another Walthourville police officer saying that while Deliford trained him, quote, Deliford would not respond right away when they got dispatched to a call, sometimes taking 30 minutes before going. That same officer says Deliford would go to Hinesville to get food for a friend. The report says Deliford would, quote, usually spend at least an hour there talking to his friend, and that they would return to the city of Walthourville just in time to get off shift, end quote. WPD suspended Deliford without pay in June, while the Liberty County Sheriff's Office looked into the allegations against him, which they eventually substantiated, and later he lost his job. But Deliford wore a badge even before becoming a cop in Reidsville or Walthourville. He was hired as a jail officer by the Liberty County Sheriff's Office in December of 2015. In less than a year, he was fired for repeated attendance issues and giving false statements. We pulled those records too. One jail administrator says this, quote, Officer Deliford showed great potential when he first started. On several occasions, he failed to call in or even show up for work. He never once claimed responsibility for his actions.
So Marvis, tell us where things stand right now. You said that the police chief recommended firing this officer, but he still has a job.
Greg, he does still have a job. Chief Stacy Wiles wrote that recommendation for dismissal just 8 days ago, and this was after Reidsville PD placed Officer Deliford on a 5-day suspension without pay. But the mayor issued a memo on September 2nd overriding that decision, saying Deliford must be reinstated and paid for those days that he was suspended. So he will get paid for those days. I did reach out to Chief Wiles. He told me he has no comment. I also reached out to the mayor. He says he was declining our interview, but get this, we did speak one-on-one with Anderson Deliford. He told us that he wanted to speak, but city officials told him not to. But we did learn there will be reportedly a meeting next Saturday, September 17th, where the mayor will explain this decision, so we may get some more answers then, Greg.
Explain his decision, and we can expect that you will be there covering that as well. Marvis reporting live in our newsroom. Thank you.